Town meeting is about democracy. Town meeting is about candidates. There are voters checking in.
Oh, look at this line we got.
This is Peter Griffin, moderator for the town of Windham. Peter, what's the turnout like today?
It's actually lower than normal. We have in about 1,430 voters. We normally average for a day about 20% of the registered voters, which is around 10,000. I'm not sure if we'll really hit that mark.
You told me earlier that we're coming up on a busy time for you, though, people getting out of work.
Exactly, and we may pick up the pace, then we will pick up the pace. Whether or not we'll pick up those voters that normally would vote to bring it up to 20% remains to be seen. There are some major items on the warrant, so it's really surprising that more people are not out here.
Peter, this is a long day for you and the other election workers. What time did your day start, and what time do you expect it to finish?
My day began probably at 5 a.m., and then will end maybe at 10 a.m. tonight.
All right, Peter, thank you very much. This is Stephanie Wimmer. She is a candidate for school board in Windham. Stephanie, you've been out here all day at the polls. What time did you arrive, and what time will you leave?
We got here about 6 a.m., and I'll be leaving when the votes are counted, and we know what the outcome is.
Now, what does a candidate do at the polling place?
You know, it's been a great day. We've been happy with the weather. We've been greeting candidates. I'm always thanking people for voting. Voting is so important. So when folks get out and vote, you want to thank them for doing that.
And what is your day like? Do you have lunch here? Is it brought in?
You know what? I had a handful of folks who are supporting me who came and helped and held signs, and a couple of them were kind enough to bring some lunch. So we got a little leftover lunch we're going to have for dinner tonight.
And you're going to be right here tonight when they
Absolutely.
read the results?
The polls are going to close at 8 o'clock, and they'll begin the process of counting. They actually had a brief mishap with the machine that counts the school board ballots, and had to bring a technician in, but they've got it fixed. So we'll be here until we know the outcome. I'm concerned, obviously, not only about which candidates are elected, but we've got some pretty important warrant articles on our ballot this year.
I've heard inside today the turnout is a little lower than normal. Does that cause you concern about the school issues?
It's hard to tell. It seems like most of the folks that have been showing up today seem to have something to say. They seem to be informed about what's on the ballot, so I think that's always a good sign when voters are educated about issues. But we won't know till we know.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. This is Paul Croter. He is a voter in Windham, New Hampshire. Paul, why was it important for you to come out to vote today?
Well, I think there were several important issues on the ballot today that affected the Windham budget and the education system within Windham.
Paul, I'm told by the moderator that you'll be one of about 20 to 25% of the voters, registered voters, who will actually come out to vote today. What do you think of those folks that stayed home? What did they give up?
I think they give up their voice in how the town is run, and I think they should take a bigger interest in what's going to affect them and their children, and they should come out and vote.
Paul, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is Nalima Gogamala. She is holding campaign signs today in Windham. And Nalima, why are you doing that?
Well, I participate in local government, and I'm very involved in local issues. And I think more people should be involved, and the first thing we should do is to vote.
Did you vote today?
I did.
And what time did you vote?
I voted around 11 o'clock today.
And you've been out here holding a sign since then?
I've been holding signs since 10:30, and I went home, did some work, and I came back again.
And you'll stay out here how late tonight?
Until the votes are counted.
All right, Nalima, thank you very much. This is Dan Pascarella. He voted today in Windham, New Hampshire. Dan, why did you come out to vote today?
Came out to vote because there's a lot of important aspects, especially with the school, that need to be addressed now, especially in regards to the kindergarten and the mandates that the state put on the towns to come out with, with essentially the kindergarten. And there's right now the opportunity for the state to help out with those funds, and that's a big part of why I came out.
Dan, I don't want to shock you, but many of your friends and neighbors will not vote today. What do you think they're giving up?
Well, I think they're giving up the opportunity to come out and really either help the town to move forward, especially in regards to the education of the kids, and also just in regards to the town itself and making the town really a better place.
Dan, thank you very much.